I attempted suicide twice, it never worked. I don't know how God works, but kama si siku yako. Because I remember the time I took an overdose of pills, na nikameza na sleeping pills pia. So I just wanted to sleep na niende nikiendaga. But I don't know. The time I locked myself, nikashajiko kwa nyumba. Hata ule neighbor mwenye wasiongeleshi, actually alikuja realize something is wrong here, and I'll come through. I used to cut myself because I always wanted to feel the pain. I hated life. I hated my life. Sana. But looking back, nikikumbuka mangu, because I was convinced ananipenda because the number of times she had fought for me, nisipelekwe kwa. Time my stepfather anataka alikuwa anitaka hapo. The number of times she fought for me, at least nikae hapo. So yeah, najua ananipenda. She really does. Nikiangalia na my younger sibling, kama kuna mtu ananitegemea like kabisa ni yeye. And he used to threaten me. Like unajua ukifanya anything nitaambia watu uletoa mimba. And of course niko na uoga, stigmatization. I have no friends because when we started dating actually he made me cut off my friends because my friends were wanampenda and you see they were warning me against him. I was like, you see, if you want us to date, you're going to cut off so and so and so. I cut off my friends. Literally, it's like my life stopped. You see, it's like he was the center of everything. Weekends singeenda mahali, whether he's around or not, but amesema usitoke na nsitoke. Singefika hata kwa duka. When he would call asikia na nimetoka, maybe nimeenda kwa duka, he would be like, umeenda kwa duka mbona na hukuniambia? And he used to send people to spy on me.
Hello, our wonderful viewers. Welcome to yet another episode of Heart to Heart with me, Purity Amani. And today we are hosted with our guest. I'm going to give him just a name, Patricia. That is the name we're going to use. So I want you, wherever you are, listen to her story keenly so that it may educate you or help you to protect your kids in the future, or if you're a mother, to protect your daughters, and if you're a father, to protect your daughters, because our daughters, especially this generation, really needs us parents to be there with them, to love them, to guide them, to protect them, to make them feel that they are loved. So as you listen to this story, listen to it as a lesson for you, maybe to change, or for you to be a better person to your children, not only daughters, but also sons. You can teach your sons to treat other people's daughters, and you can teach your daughters on how to be treated by other men. Before I welcome her, to our returning subscribers, I'm so grateful. To our new subscribers, thank you. And if it's your first time watching us, welcome to Heart with Purity Amani's family. And kindly don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment, because it is your comment that makes us improve on what you are doing. Also, don't forget to share. It is by sharing that we reach to as many people as possible who need mental assistance and emotional assistance too. Because we always say, if you are at peace with yourself, you are at peace with your surrounding, and a peaceful surrounding is a peaceful community. So, without much further ado, allow me to introduce Patricia so that she can give us her story. Karibu mgeni wetu.
Asante.
Uwanja ni wako. Asante sana kwa kukubali kuwa na sisi siku ya leo.
Okay. I'm Patricia. Natoka Western. Grow up Western all my life. Nimesoma Western, grow up Western. Currently I'm in college. I grew up in a family of 5 kids, 2 boys and 3 girls. I was the 4th born. Though the other 3, wale wakubwa, ni my step siblings. Okay. So I grew up in a family. It was a blended family. My mother got married to that man, kama akona mimi, and the man had the other kids. So walikuja wakaoana, and then wakaza last born pamoja. So tukakuwa 5 kids in total. Siwezi complain at it growing up. There's something I lacked, no? God has always been grateful. I was able to go to a good school. Sikuwa lack the basic needs and everything. But sasa, the only problem really grow up with me, my step siblings were, I don't know, but for some reasons they hated me. I don't know why. Because I was young. I was around 7, 8 hapo. They used to beat me, especially when nobody was at home. Kama mamangu ameenda kazi, and dad was not around, walikuwa wananichapa tena sana. And whenever I could tell my mom about it, she would brush it off. Like, utazoea tu, ama pia unakuanga mchokozi and all. But sasa, it wasn't all about the beating. I have this elder brother of mine who used to show me porn. At the age of 10, 11, I was already exposed to porn. He used to show me porn. And sijawahi jua mbona alikuwa anafanya hivyo. But that's what he used to do. The other ones walikuwa too violent. Ile kunichapa, kunichokoza, wanipata kitu waninyang'anye. And then to make it worse, I was the brightest among them. Na tulikuwa same school. So I was always the top. So I think kulikuwa na kawivu fulani pia. Because I'm awarded, naenda nyumbani, of course, mimi ndio top. Obviously kuna pride fulani hapo hivyo. So that was the thing. My brother, huyu mwenye alikuwa ananionyesha porn, alitry kunishika mara 2.
Kukushika zen?
Sexually.
Okay.
And you see, hapo hivyo mimi ni mdogo. I'm around 11. Of course, I wasn't comfortable with it. But nikiambia mamangu, aliniambia nisiambie mtu. Na nimake sure daddy hajajua, my stepfather sasa. Because akijua atakasirika. So venye nimegrow nilikuwa najiuliza mbona, because that was not something to be ignored. Of course it was something sensitive. Not saying it only happened once. It happened twice. Whenever it would happen, I would tell my brother nitakushtaki. And he will be like, jaribu uone. Because at the end of the day, mimi ndo ningebaki nao kwa nyumba. Of course ningechapwa. And ningeripoti, obviously hakuna kitu angefanyiwa. So iliendelea hivyo. So grow up nilikuwa nyamazia tu. Anything I would go through nilikuwa nyamazia because nothing much could be done. So I didn't know that was inflicting a threat. Sikujua like I am growing up with that trauma. I used to feel so unwanted. But all the same, sikuwa ijua ati that was my stepfather. Nilikuwa nikijua ni babangu because he was so good. He was so good in the beginning.
So, in the beginning, you mean that alianza kuharibika baadaye ama?
Yes. Okay. Alikuja kuchange baadaye. But growing up, all was well. Hata kama alikuwa na issues na mom, hungewaijua. Because at that point, he would treat us equally. And then alikuwa mtu ana value sana masomo. So me being the brightest, ilikuwa nipa favor fulani. Because he would come, anawapeleka out. Na obviously mwenye umekuwa number 1, of course, wenye unagiftiwa, mangwa wengine. So, of course, growing up ilikuwa sawa. I passed my KCP, I joined a national school, and everything went on well. Until in high school, I was exposed to lesbianism. There's a certain group of Form 4s, walikuwa lesbians. So, walikuwa na target sisi, Form 1s nye tumejoin, na hatujui. So, that was the thing. Alafu kapata dormitory niliekwa, kulikuwa na wengi sana hapo hivyo. So, hiyo time unaanza katiwa na wasichana shule. Of course it's odd. Of course during orientation huwa mnaambiwa this and this. In case of anything report. Lakini When unakaa na students ndio unajua like if you try to report any of them it's a certain group watakupiga ama wakufanyia anything. You know high school in the dormitories hakuna mwalimu. Nikuwa sianga story unapata mattress yako imesokiwa ama wametupa vitu zako ama wamekuvunjia box like they would make your life miserable in school. Sasa singesema. And then growing up nilikuwa na try like the things I used to go through nilikuwa na try kuongea with my parents with anyone else. Kuna mtu alikuwa ananisikiza. Mi ever nimekoga na hiyo uoga ya ku speak out. So hakuna venye ningesema. Inani affect class yezi focus. I am disturbed. Of course najua nikiwa nyumbani niambie mamangu hakuna kitu atafanya. So it went on until mimi nikaona mimi siwezi kaa hiyo shule. I decided to leave. I just sneaked out of school. So my high school life, I think hapo ndio issue ilianzia because when nilitoka shule ya kwanza, of course it was a good school, it was a big school. Alafu kwa family, even with the extended family, nilikuwa among the few to join such a big school. So you see everyone is looking up. Kila mtu anakuangalia. Everyone expects you to be perfect. Just because umekuwa bright up on your mind, it should continue the same way. So when it happened actually, hakuna hata mtu alikuwa anajaribu like ati kuni understand my side of the story because the few people I tried to talk to at some point walikuwa wanasema ni uongo. I'm trying to get attention to cover up for what I did. Mwenyewe anajua kitu nimefanya and ni uongo. So I was bitter, of course. I was so bitter. So my high school life ilikuwa on and off. It was an on and off thing. Ningejoin shule, nisikie staki, nitoke. So kana nilianza kusumbua.
Okay.
And there's a time, I think when I was in Form 2, that is when I came to find out. Okay, my people really believe in culture. Okay. So one of my aunts alisema, ati inaweza kuwa mtu anasumbua because watu wa kwao wanamuita. You see, ati watu kwa kina babaki wanamuongelea ni nini maana anasumbua. So maybe akipelekwa kwao atatulia. That's when I found out like I have a father. I have a biological father somewhere.
Okay.
So of course, nika insist nataka kuenda because mimi nilifeel like maybe kwa nitapata watu wanipenda jini maybe watu watanisikiza and all. So nika insist nataka kuenda. So hapo kuenda kujua babangu, hapo ndio vitu ziliwasen. So I went there. The first impression kwanza ya mimi kwa babangu, the very first time we are meeting, alikuwa mlevi. Ile anastaga tajilevi. And you see, it was an official thing. It was planned. This side walipiga, the other side wakamwambia mtoto anataka kuja. So they set a date, tukaenda. Relatives wako huko, it was something of, it was sema tulimpata atakiwa off guard, but he was drunk, totally drunk. Of course I got scared. Like I didn't know what to do. This is something I wanted, certainly the lazimishwa, but at the same time if yuko sasa, naanza kuwa na second thoughts. Nitaezana kweli. So I met him anyway. I met my other siblings. And kaka huko hivyo. Of course nikaambiwa this and this is what happened. Ndio wakaachana. So they gave me a version. Okay. They convinced me. My mom left my dad because my dad was poor at that time.
Okay.
And considering the fact that my stepfather alikuwa well off. Growing up we were among the richest kwa hiyo area yetu. Usio maisha mnapelekwa shule na gari. So of course ni kama rich kids of the school. So at some point nilikuwa convinced it's true. Unaona? Because hata ningeangalia situation ya huko singecompare na kwenye nimegrow. So nilikuwa naona kama mom ndio alikuwa on the wrong because I don't know, everything seemed just so real venye tu niliambiwa hiyo time. So hiyo time of course nimeambiwa like kuja huku ni nyumbani, feel at home, want you anytime. That time my father was so good. Niambia like kuja, feel at home. Yeah. So of course I took the numbers. I went back to my mother. So I think you kilikuwa nipa kiburi fulani because at the end of the day, so waliniambia in case of anything niende kwetu, mimi naweza enda kwetu. So when my stepfather found out nimejua kwetu, like nimejua I have a father somewhere, I think that's when I withdraw kila kitu like he was like si amejua kwao ni sawa. So he stopped paying my fees, he stopped providing me. Hata angekuja nyumbani he would treat me so different na hawa wengine. sometimes angekuja hata ile like tujonana for months, amekuja home hata salamu pekee ndio hangenisalimia. Ilikuanga hivyo. But one thing, I continue to perform well in school. Mimi hata sijui hata nini because inafika mahali sijaenda shule almost the whole term. Nenda maybe the last 1 month of the term and I would still be among the top 10. I would get good grades. So yeah, ikaendelea hivyo. So high school, before hata nimalize high school, you see, I went back to my mother. So nilienda bado in that same environment where my step siblings and everyone. Of course, kwanza huko everyone alikuwa sasa ameanza kunitreat. Everyone, kila mtu alikuwa anaga the bad person because wakisikia nimekuwa shule, nimetoka, kila mtu anataka kuassociate na wewe. My cousins actually, the parents walikuwa wanawaambia si associate na yeye, atawa influence vibaya. I never felt wanted. Inapata ni holiday, maybe mmefunga shule, mnaenda maybe kwa shoshoma, kwa a certain aunt. Kuna venye watu wanakutreat so different. Like they make you feel ni kama you're not wanted there. At home at the same time mama alikuwa ananigombanisha. Wewe umefanya watu waniongelea vibaya. Umefanya watu waniona mbaya. Hata kwa familia kila mtu aniongelea vibaya, it's your fault. So me, home didn't feel like home anymore. I always felt unwanted. I was always crying. Nilikuwa najiuliza like mbona kuna mtu ashishughulika hata kuniuliza nini mbaya. So I will run away from home. And of course being an adolescent, kuna wanaume tu obviously wanakusumbua. That I just see you're in high school around 15, 16 hapo hivyo. Obviously there are men on your neck and all. So me whenever I would run away from home, ningekimbia kwa my so-called boyfriend by then. Yeah, alikuwa amemaliza shule. He had a place. So ningetoroka home and then I go there.
So what time ulikuwa unatoroka ulikuwa form
3.
Okay.
Form 3. So disappear home, naenda inafika mahali na unapana. What am I even doing? I loved education from the very word go. Mimi sijafikiria kuacha shule no matter what. Sasa nilikuwa ndana kana unapana. Time inasonga and this is my life. Na mwana rudi. So unfortunately I got pregnant. Yeah, your time nikiwa form 3. So when he got pregnant, I told him what he told me ni enda home and tell your mom, and then from hapo we'll know what to do. Kaniambia mimi niko ready, I'll just tell my people, you go tell your people, at least iko official. So I went. Kufika home, of course he was scared because pia mwangu ni mkali. I didn't say anything. But my mom noticed. I think after a week I noticed I wasn't okay. So she did the pregnancy test to kwa nyumba and it turned out positive. And sasa hiyo ndio iliwasen kila kitu because alinichapa. Alifika point hadi alikuwa ananinyonga, ananiambia nitakunyonga, ni mimi ndo niliza. So either way akasema I can't keep the pregnancy. Na nifanyike, akasema mimi nimemoibisha ya kutosha. And at some point I felt like she was right, nijembe like it's all my fault. It's okay. So nikakubali. I terminated the pregnancy. So after hapo, of course, haikuwa rahisi.
Okay, from 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I talked to the boy na akasema yangu na yako sasa imeisha because I told you to keep it. And since uliamua utoe, yangu na yako imeisha. So that is how it ended. So of course after hapo, because that's something sikuwa ifikiria naweza kuja nikafanya. See, growing up as a bright student, I was so focused. Sikujua like naweza fika to that point. Of course, nilikuwa guilty. Guilt was killing me. But at the same time, after that has happened, ni kama my mama alika grudge flani. Singesema ati nilikuwa namjudge at that point. Me used to say like it's okay for her to behave this way. Ni sawa tu because ni fault yangu. And sasa time ndo vitu ziliwasen. At some point I felt ni kama ananichukia, but nikuja nikajambia maybe tu ni hasira because nilimdisappoint. So things are not the same kama before. Kitu tu kidogo ungeambiwa, ungefanya kitu tu kidogo na hivyo, kazi yako naonda unazunguka huko nje na wanaume kuniletea mamimba hapa. So that used to be. Hizo words zilisink by the way. I was never happy, of course. Ningekaa shule, I'm still thinking about it. Najiambia like nimemess, what can I even do to make it up to her? Because you see at that point, yeye nimebaki na yeye peke yake. At the same time babangu ndo nimekuja nimemjua. Siwezi piga simu nikasema ni hivi na hivi. Nikajiambia sasa wataniona aje? Kajiambia hapana. I won't tell anyone. So that continued until sasa nikamaliza form 4 and I passed my exams.
Okay.
So time nilikuwa nyumbani, you see this period after when watu wanapata hustle and stuff, so mimi nimekaa tu nyumbani. So I told my mother nitakwenda after job. Actually I lied to her, nimepata job because me I hated home. Because nikiwa home, you see my stepfather comes around, she treats me like shit, like it's so open, kila mtu anajua tu ni kama hanitaki hapo. Because at some point the brothers walikuwa wanamwambia anitoe, like since nimejua kwetu anipeleke kwetu. But I don't think ni kitu my mama alikuwa na agree nayo. So ndio ilikuwa inafanya at some point ilikuwa inachangia issues zake na mama. And whenever I could see my step brother, nilikuwa na uoga tu. Because nilikuwa like whatever he has tried to do it before. And you see, to me grow up, like even if I'm your step sister, I'm still a sister to you. Unaanza kuniambia, na siku hizi umegrow, umekuwa mrembo, sijui nini. Like you see, venye mimi mwanaume anaweza niambia huko nje. The same things yananiambia. So of course it didn't feel right. I was never comfortable at home. My mama angeniambia like anaenda mahali, maybe anaenda for days ndio arudi. Nilikuwa naogopa. Because tukiachwa naye hapo, I don't know, sijui nini atafanya. I would lock myself up in my room all that time. Because sasa, nilikuwa natembea sana nikitoka hivi alafu anishike sasa ukweli now that hapo kwanza tuko peke. And then sasa nimegrow. Maybe yote alikuwa anaogopa nilikuwa mtoto, but sasa nimegrow. And then sasa ninge alifanya sasa I was exposed to porn at that younger age. So, life ikaendelea tu hivyo. I used to hate home. I hated home. Because hata kama tumegrow my step siblings, bado kulikuwa tuna that boundary. Because then pia nilipita KCSE pia kualiko. Kulikuwa na hiyo boundary tu bado. So I lied to my mom, mimi nimepata job. So I managed to convince her, akaniambia ni sawa, huenda. So I lied to her nimepata job Nairobi. Hustle tu, nikingoja kujoin shule. So when I came to Nairobi, sikuwa nakuja job. I was dating someone by then.
Okay.
Nilikuja kwake of course. So nimekuja nimekaa huku. So you see my mom expects juu niko job, sizitisha home do ya vitu zingine. She expects at least akiniambia kuna emergency, nikuwa namtumia kwa kitu. And by this time you see, niko kwa huyu boy. You see? So nilikana huyu boy. Of course he knew, alikuwa anajua kila kitu like when nimedanganya my mom and all. So sometimes mom angenipigia like anataka doa kitu fulani angenipatia. So ni kama pili fika mahali he got tired. So ikaanza kuwa toxic. Alikuwa ananitusi, ananiambia nitoke. So time inside nimeamua like I've had enough, sana nataka kutoka. I found out I was pregnant. Tena. When nilifind out niko na mimba, of course aliniambia haizi nini. Haizi la mtoto. It's too early nini. And of course this was ilikuwa the verge of breaking up. Tulikuwa almost to break up. You see, inafika point ya vitu hazi work out kabisa. Ever mnagombana and all. Hivyo. So of course I had to terminate again. This was the second time.
Okay.
Of course I was still guilty. But it happened. So after it happened, I had nowhere to go. I had to go back home. Going back, before nimalize shule, there's a time I remember I used to use my mom's phone to study. Because I was in form 4. Some things that after online and all. A message will pop up. And when your message may pop up, I may save your number as Mr. Nani. This teacher, kumbe this was my teacher. Kwa shule nilikuwa nasoma.
High school.
Yeah, high school nilikuwa nasoma. So of course I got curious. Why would he be texting my mom at 10 p.m. such kind of a message. Mi nilifungua, honestly I did. And nikaanza kupitia hizo messages zote.
Okay.
So that's when I found out my mom had an affair with this teacher. You see, I started joining the dot schools. There's a way this teacher used to treat me in school. This teacher used to hate me. This teacher, you see, it was that loud. Paka other students would ask me, uleifanya ini teacher nani? Because angekuja class, ili anakutusi over something minor. Ungefanya makosa nye, the same, someone different angefanya. The kind of punishment ungepata, si the same na ya huyo mtu. So I used to ask myself, so this is why he hates me. So kwa zembe like, if he loves my mom, mbona ananichukia? Then I was like, maybe it's not even making sense. Maybe anaona mamangu ni mjinga because she's a well-educated person na kuna mtu mkubwa, and then she's messing around with mwalimu ananifunza. That thing really hit me. But I never asked my mom. Kwanza niko na uoga. Number 2, nitasema alikuwa anatafuta ni kwa messages zake. Number 3, how do I even how do I even start? But that thing really, it really messed me up. Because singeangalia my mom the same way nilikuwa namwangalia kitambo.
Okay.
At some point, paka mwenyewe alirealize, and she would ask me, nini mbaya? You're acting so different. But I was traumatized. I don't know who to talk to at that point. Mi sisema ati niko na relative wa karibu mwenye zampigia tukaongea. Kila mtu alishani judge mimi mbaya. And at some point I made peace with the fact that mimi mbaya. So that ningetoka home, maybe ningeenda hiyo time nilikuwa natoka home. Kwa sababu at the end of the day someone mimi mbaya. So hata nikae hapo. The number of times nimetry kuwa mzuri, hata by performing well in school, hakuna mtu recognize hiyo. Kila mtu anaangaliaga the other side of me. After that incident, haikukaa sana. There's a time I was cleaning my mom's bedroom. Kuna hii place na kwa amepanga sweaters, wardrobe hapo hivyo. Ile design unapanga vitu one by one, nikainua sweater fulani. And kuna mkebe ikaanguka. Ilikuwa mkebe ya dawa. So at that point mimi sikuwa najua ni nini. But of course I got curious. Kama kuna dawa kwa nyumba, kuna certain spot huwa zinakaa. Mbona hii imefichwa? Siku make peace nayo. Okay. Ilinisumbua, of course. Ilinisumbua, and research hapa na pale, I came to find out ni ARVs. So that is how I came to find out that my mom is sick. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't ask her. She has a best friend, but I couldn't go to the best friend because nili feel at some point maybe the best friend hajui. At this point I wasn't sure if my younger siblings wanajua ama hawajui. Up to date sijui kama hata wao wanajua. Because when I saw it, hivyo ndo nilijinyamazia kabisa. So at some point ilianza ku make sense because there's a time my mom was so sick. She was so sick. But my stepfather kwa kanyaga home yote time yote. Hiyo ndo time tukimpigia simu kwa anashika. So nilikuwa najiuliza, could he have found out about this? Maana na behave hivi. But at the same time utauliza nani? Hakuna. Siwezi ambia mtu. But that is one thing. Sijai make peace nayo. Up to date. I love my mother so much. She has tried her best kabisa. But it is one thing. It really hurts me mpaka wa leo. So of course, after when I found out that, me I used to still have fun. Nikasema kama amelala, kuzi alikuwa analala sana, I would just still have fun, nilikuwa najua the password. Then I started going through her messages. You see, I'm trying to find a clue. After that made things worse because I came to find out she had an affair with another teacher in one of the schools nilikuwa nasoma. Again, sijameka hata peace na ingine. I'm finding out these other things. And then another one. At some point, kuna hate fulani ilianza kudevelop towards her. Because nilikuwa najiambia like, mbona? And she's married. All these men. So, I still never told anyone about it. It was hard, of course. It was so hard. But nijiambia tu ni sawa. So I kept going. Hivyo until sasa the time sasa I joined college sasa. You see, by the time I'm joining college, there's a certain picture niko nayo in mind ya mamangu. I don't look at her the same way. At some point, pregnancy and HIV hazikuwa zinanishtua. Because I used to tell myself, I've aborted before. And my mom is sick. So, she's the only person najua niko na hii dunia. So if my mom is sick, me at hello, because after the abortions, me never took a test. So nilikuwa najiambia like, me hata nikapata I'm sick, it's okay. That's what I used to tell myself. It's okay if my mom is sick then. I hated home. I would avoid to go home. Kabisa. Because nilikuwa nikifika home. Sometimes when nikiwa away, at least I'm distracted. I have friends and all. But when nikifika home, namuona. When my stepfather is around, namuona pia. That is just another thing. So I met someone who in college. That year wanaume, oh, I love you. You see, I want to date you and all. So yeah, we started dating. I love this guy so much. So much. And when we started dating, alikuwa ananiambia he can't use a condom. Nikaniambia hajawahi na hawezi. So you see, at this point I'm not scared of anything. Plus, I was so in love. I think, I don't know. I told him hata ungeniambia nini, hata ungeniona aje, because everyone warned me. Even some of his friends warned me. One of my lecturers warned me. Ningesikiza nani, I was in love.
Yeah.
So it came into this relationship, and within 1 month, I was pregnant. I don't know. The same old story. Mrs. Ile mtoto. I'm still depending on my parents. Siwezi ongezea mzigo ingine. So just have to terminate it. At this point, I don't know. Sijui hata nilifanya change my mind kwamba by the way, I'm not going to terminate this pregnancy. I'm not going to. So he told me to tukiingia tulikuwa we were talking on phone. He told me nakuja kukuona weekend. We'll talk about it. So of course, sikuwa najua kuna kitu yote mbaya. So he came, tukakula as usual, and then we started talking about it. Nikamwambia, you see, me, I'm scared. I'm already 1 month pregnant and hakuna tu vile naweza toa. He hit me. Akaniambia, sitamuongezea mzigo zenye hataki kwa hii life. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to terminate it. And you see, this person has been so good to me. So hata him ana act this way. Hadi nilishtuka. That was my first time seeing the other side of him. Nilishtuka. And what he told me is like, tajuje kama ulikuwa unafanya umalaya huko hata nyumba si yangu. Actually, I'm doing you a favor. Because nashuku hata nyumba si yangu. I'm doing you a favor, uendelee kusoma. Unataka kuweka mtoto sijui nini. Then he hit me. Na alikuwa amekuja hadi na the bills. I don't even know kwenye alitoa. But yes. So I had to. Ujue time nimegongwa, amenitusi, I'm crying, I have no one to help me. I had to do it. Forced me to do it and I did it. So I terminated the pregnancy. Of course, the pain, the guilt. And after that, I remember I used to talk to him. Maybe and then he call, I sound low, and then he asks me, nini mbaya. I just tell him, like, you see, I feel guilty for all of this. And he will be like, unajua wewe si msichana wa kwanza kutoa mimba, na wewe si msichana wa kwanza nimedate mwenye ametoa mimba, so mbona una behave kiujinga, and like angekutusi tu. Because for him it was no big deal. But for me, it wasn't something that can make peace nayo haraka. So either we continued dating, because at some point before it eventually alkameniambia, if I decide to keep it, he's leaving. I think he knew how obsessed I was with him. And at the same time, I think na feeling kama this is the only place I've found love. This is the only person who's treating me right and all. And you see, this time you're in love, anakusurprise, anakupeleka out. You see, everyone thinks you're in this perfect relationship. So of course, kuna hawa ni ile team ya mtaachana tu. And then you see, like hapana. Every time I think of leaving najiambia, I can't prove people right. Mi hakuna wenye nitaanza kuongelewa hapa ati waliachana because it was everyone knew. Hakuna wenye nitaanza kuachana hapa. Actually that was my greatest fear. Hakuna wenye nenda ku prove people right. So I still stayed. There's a time he came. A new neighbor alikuwa amemove kwa hiyo plot. So of course you see when mtu amemove in a new place, anaanza ku clean up nyumba yake, ile anakuja na come inside because sawa ni jirani ilikuwa opposite house. So he came akanisalimia, akaniambia nimsaidie rug na bucket, alikuwa amemove into hakuwa na kila kitu ya nyumba. So time nilikuwa nampea, he came. Alikuja kwa gate na akamuona. Akitoka kwangu. He didn't say anything about it. Actually, he acted like everything was fine until usiku. Kujana kanza kuuliza, "Yeye nani ametoka hapa mchana?" So of course I told him, it's a new neighbor, alikuwa amekujia hii na hii na hii. He was like, "Unaniona mjinga? Unajua ni malaya fulani, nimesikia stories zako." So I had to ask him, "Umesikia stories zangu kwa nani? Na nimefanyia umalaya wapi?" He hit me. Akaanza kuniambia hata mimba yenye nilitoa anajua haikuwa yake, ni vile alikuwa amenyamazia tu juu hakutaka story mingi, alitaka nimalizane nayo nipone. But sasa I made him spend on the bills and everything, so I will pay for it. He hit me so bad, and actually kama si neighbors sijui, and I had to report the case. So nikaripoti, alivunja vitu kwangu, alivunja sahani zangu, alivunja madirisha kwangu, alinigonga. Na basi kabidi mpeleke ataka simu usiku, ndo he stopped. So I went and filed a case against him. Nikatumwa kujaza P3. When nilitumwa kujaza P3, one of his friends akaniambia, before uende hosi, kuja utoka kidogo. So nikaenda nikaanza kuongea naye. So it was a plan, I think. He used his friend kuja kuniambia venye he's sorry and all. And honestly, I don't even know. Even right now, I don't even know. He hit me the day before. And the following day, he came to say sorry and I forgave him. And I took him back. Because in the first place, najiambia, uni mtu alitoa mimba yake. We're still in the same place. And he used to threaten me. Like, unajua ukifanya anything, nitaambia watu ulitoa mimba. And of course, niko na uoga, stigmatization. I have no friends because when we started dating, actually, he made me cut off my friends because my friends were wanampenda, and you see, they were warning me against him. I was like, you see, if you want us to date, you're going to cut off so and so and so. I cut off my friends. Literally, it's like my life stopped. You see, it's like he was the center of everything. Weekends singeenda mahali, whether he's around or not, but amesema usitoke na nsitoke. Singefika hata kwa duka. When he would call, asikia na nimetoka, maybe nimeenda kwa duka, he would be like, umeenda kwa duka mbona hukuniambia? And he used to send people to spy on me. Hata ningeenda nisalimia, hata even if I would hug a friend, ingekuwa issue. And you see, when he's around, everybody thinks you're happy. I can say he was a narcissist. Anaweza kufanya kitu sahihi, and then the next minute he wants you to act like everything is okay. He would do something, but you're not allowed to question him. Like, there's a time I found him kissing another girl, and when I asked him, he hit me. Namuuliza kama nani, kama nimechoka, nijitoe. But still I couldn't let go. When he hit me, ikimefika mali amenigonga excess paka sana niko na it's too much. Remember the P3 form? Unafaa kulipia. Ndio ujaziwe. It was around 1500 kwa hospitali. So there's this thing, he hit me kabisa, mimi niko na hapana. I called my mom. Nikamwambia ni hivi na hivi, nimegongwa. And before even asking me, nini ili happen, alisema, umerudi kwa hizo tabia zako za kuzunguka na wanaume, umeanza kudabudili wanaume wanakupata wanakupiga. Before even asked me, nini ilifanyika ndio ukapigwa. This statement ili ni breakdown, ili ni yani nikaanza kujua mbona nilikuwa naenda kusema why was I even calling her. And she told me hiyo ni shida yako na hao watu wako, mimi sijui penye mlitoana. Na hiyo ni shida yako. Sijui penye mlitoana, sijui ni wapi, sijui ni nani. Sasa unangoja after hivi chote imefanyika ndio unakuja kuniambia unataka nikusaidiaje. So I used to suffer in that relationship. He was this person ukunje when you will tell someone like ananipitisha through this and this, hakuna mtu angeamini because he acts perfect hukunje. Angejua amefanya kitu anakuja, he takes you out, anakusurprise, and you see he posts that, so watu wanaona, so everyone thinks it's just okay. Ukiambia mtu hapana kuko hivi, everyone thinks you're lying. I had no one to turn to. Nikanyamazianga. So I used to cry in this relationship. This time you see my mom was not financially stable because my stepfather alikuwa mgonjwa ikawakula ndo. So he used to, alikuwa anisaidia vitu zingine. But since like sasa venye anakusaidia, it's like sasa he owns you. Anataka kufanya anything anataka, but usimwambie anything. The time he even had the audacity to tell me, nitafutie one of my female friends and then we have a threesome. And I'm not supposed to ask him like, mbona ama nini. Angenitusi. And then this thing ya kuniita malaya. Angenitusi. There's a time I called my mother and she was not okay. She was crying. Sijui baba alikuwa amemfanyia nini. And he was around. So he asked me, ni nini mbaya? I told him. And of course, him being my boyfriend, so obviously kuna part nilikuwa nime open up to him. You see, I have a stepfather, I have a biological father somewhere. So of course he acted sorry. He acted sorry nini. But whenever tungekuwa na a little misunderstanding, he would tell me, no wonder babako biological aliachana na mama wako. No wonder your stepfather treats your mother like shit because unakaa tu nikao ni mjinga kwa huyo mamako. And so you see, mimi hakuna mtu nishai amua like I'm opening up to them na I feel safe. Maybe my secrets are safe with them. So mimi I've always had this thing ya kujinyamazia. Time ikasonga, I was still in this toxic relationship. I got pregnant again. But I'm pregnant again. This is the time I really hated myself. Hina aliruka. Alisema, penye nimefanya umalaya, hiyo si shida yake. Lakini hata kwa nalilia watoto nimefanya na umalaya huko nje. Watoto nilile kitaka nenda fanya umalaya usupport your mtoto, usiniulize anything about mtoto. This is the time lemu hapana, let me move out, acha niishi tu life yangu. But I'm not going to, like enough is enough. So it would be this person, akiwa in my life, he manipulates me, anakuja niita malaya, anaenda na mkuji distance, nikikakaa kidogo, anakuja. If he sees me happy without him, anarudi. I'm sorry, oh, najua mtoto ni wangu, you see, I just want to be there for you and this baby. Nataka tu kwa hapo for you guys because I love you. You will take him back. Me, I will always take him back. I don't know why, but I will always take him back. No matter what, I will always take him back. Akisharudi, he goes back to being the abusive person he is. Ilifika point nikaniambia hapana, enough is enough. When I told my mother I was pregnant, tena aliniambia hataki kusikia anything about it. Hiyo ni shida yangu because imekuwa mazoea. Nisime include kwa anything. I will call her, ingewahi pick. I would text her kwa najibu. So of course I went into depression. So bad because I realized time imesonga. I'm not able to focus shule. It's all over, I'm pregnant. Kuna that stigmatization. I was alone. All alone. I had two friends in Amani, like they're going to be there for me. Just came and talked to me. At least I felt safe. Nikaanza trust tena. So you see, I would open up to them until I found out pia hao wananisema ugonje. You see, there's something unasikia ugonje unauliza ilifika aje, kumbe ni hao. They will really speak shit behind me. Okay, someone just recorded them. There's a day someone just recorded them walikuwa mahali wananiongelea, and someone akuja akaniambia, you see this people you're calling friends, acha nikuwe honest na wewe, hivi na hivi na hivi ndio wanaongea. So I was like, aje akanichezea the recording. That even depressed me even more. Nikaanza kukaa peke yangu. In your time I tried to reach out to my father. Now that waliniambia, you see this is home. In case of anything, piga huku, kuja huku, will be there for you. Wananiambia, mamako alitoka pa, akaenda kaolekea mtu akona pesa. So, si alisema tushughulike na wewe, like you have a perfect life, mbona unarudi kwetu? And they would tell me, like, babako ni huyo maskini mamako aliacha. So, if mamako si anaweza kutafutia better life, you just go talk to your mother. I felt so bad. Mi sina anywhere I can call home, like sema ati huku nakubaliwa. Environment usually imekuwa so toxic for me. Home kwenyewe it's so toxic. Remember at this point my mother doesn't want anything to do with me. Bangu stepfather yangu alisari stories zangu. My biological father wamenirudisha back to my mom. Hakuna penye ningeenda. This is the time I started having suicidal thoughts. But najiambia nikijiua Mungu atabakia naye. I'm the only person she's counting on. And despite everything, I love her. I love her so much. Me at this point kukua hai, I think nafika mali I want to do it, najiambia hapana. The pain I'm going to cause my mother. Because najua ni mimi peke yangu tu ako naye. Despite everything. Kwa jambia the pain I'm going to cause her ni too much. I would always try to alikuwa na financial constraints. I would always try bidisitisha pesa from home. And she would call me and say, niko tu sawa, mimi na survive. Sijali, send money. But mimi hapo niuliza natoa wapi pesa. So I used to ask myself, like, mbona jiko concerned kuna natoa wapi pesa? I'm a girl. I'm a teenager. We go to these parties weekend. You need a club. You meet people there. Especially these older men. When you're wanapenda young girls, you see, you meet someone, anataka namba yako, see, you start talking, he's like, come, we go out for a drink, I want to see you. Then if we go to the person of kusuka na kutumia do, maybe he sends you 2,000, he sends you 1,500. Hiyo pesa mimi natumia kama upkeep, because sasa nitaitisha nani, hakuna mtu anawezaitisha. I used to ask myself, you see, my mother's never asked me natoa wapi pesa. Sijui hani yeye ring kwa mahindi yake. And it was so okay with that. With her, like, kuna siku aliuza natoa wapi pesa. I would go even for 3 months, Miss Name at her bob. And it was okay. Haikuwa issue naye. Because you see, at this point, I've had several abortions. I don't even know my status. My mom is sick. I felt so worthless. I was ready to do anything. Nilikuwa njembia, what's the point? I have no life. Nilikuwa njembia, I have seen a life. It has already happened. Of course, the guilt is still there. And at times I would have nightmares about these abortions. Because I remember the last abortion I had. Alikuwa mkubwa and it came out as a whole.
No, okay. Umetupeleka mbia hapo. Huyo ni the second time with this toxic man ama the first? Okay, so what happened until ukamtoa akiwa mkubwa?
Because I was depressed and I couldn't talk to anyone at that point.
Okay.
I attempted suicide twice. It never worked. I would cut myself. I was always in pain. I was in pain ever. Si kila mtu anakuwa na mbaya, home, shule, everywhere. You can't talk to anyone. And nothing hurts. Okay. My mental health was at stake. Hakuna mtu nizongelesha. I was all alone. All alone. Mi sikuwa naona the meaning of life anymore. And kwa like, I just want to end this pain. Like, nikienda, like, nishongelesha nani, I've tried talking to people. Uwe na backfire tu. Wanatumia issues zangu against me. Like, I remember there's a time this man told me, at least I was never raised to be suicidal and depressed at least they have both parents, at least ni babangu hajaini kata. You see, he would tell you anything.
That's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hiyo tulikuwa tumekosania nini that day. Told me, at least mimi niko na wazazi wote, at least babangu hakunikata, and I was never ready to be depressed and suicidal like you. So it was too much. Anyone ningetry kuongea naye, hakuna mtu alikuwa anisikiza. They would use my issues against me. At this point, I had already convinced myself I'm positive. I didn't even take a test, but like nishajambia like it's okay. If my mom is, so it's fine. After point niko na hapana, this is becoming too much. I can't do this anymore. Sisi nielewa kubeba mtu mwenye hata sijui namleta wapi, sijui life yake inaenda kukoaje. So I decided to terminate it. Because nilikuwa najambia I have done this before. So si big deal. And it's okay if I used to tell myself, si ati nikiweka huyu God atani forgive for the once I've terminated. So it's just okay. I'm still a sinner anyway. So I terminated the pregnancy. And this one, it came out as a whole baby. Disposing of that baby was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Because hiyo site haijawahi nitoka.
It's okay.
I have nightmares about it sometimes. It haunts me. Honestly, it does. But at the time, I felt like I don't have a life. My life is all about, first of all, I'm rejected everywhere. Second, it's all about meeting someone, getting pregnant, terminating it. So, like you see, I've just had enough. I just want to die. I attempted suicide twice, it never worked. I don't know how God works, but kama si siku yako. Because I remember the time I took an overdose of pills, na nikameza na sleeping pills pia. So I just wanted to sleep na niende nikiendaga. But I don't know. By the time I locked myself, nikashajiko kwa nyumba. Hata ule neighbor mwenye wasiongeleshi. Actually alikuja realize something is wrong here. And I'll come through. I used to cut myself because I always wanted to feel the pain. I hated life. I hated my life. Sana. But looking back, nikikumbuka mangu, because I was convinced ananipenda because the number of times she had fought for me, nisipelekwe kwa. Time my stepfather nataka alikuwa anitaka hapo. And the number of times she fought for me, at least nikae hapo. So yeah, najua ananipenda. She really does. Na nikiangalia na my younger sibling, kama kuna mtu ananitegemea like kabisa ni yeye. So hizo tu ndio, those are the only people walikuwa wanafanya like nasema hapana, I can still do it. But at the same time I want to be okay. But I can't speak out. Niko na uoga. I have this fear of being judged. I have this fear of not being understood. So I decided like hapana, enough it's enough. I'm going to speak out. I just need a second chance in life. I believe I have a life. I believe I have a life outside this. So I just need to speak out.
So we are listening Patricia's story, and you have heard it. And before I even talk to her, let me address you parents. Our kids today, what they need is not a very disciplinary mother or a very disciplinary father. What they need is a friend. Be friends with your kids. Be friends with your sons. Be friends with your daughters. Let them know that they have a home despite the surroundings. Again, I'll speak to stepfathers. I've always been speaking to stepmothers. But in this case, let me speak to stepfathers. If you are there and you're watching this video kindly, if back in your mind you know that you'll not love this kid that amekuja na huyu mwanamke, let it be known so that the mother will choose between you or the daughter or son. Akuje akijua you're not ready to give this kid the love you'll give your own kids. And I don't know, mbona upende mama na uchukie mtoto? For one, this kid hakuandika barua kuje. This kid is very innocent. And you never know. I always tell my people, you never know the future. Maybe the kid you're despising ndio atakushika mkono in the future. Miaka yako inasonga, naye anamea. Huyo mtoto atabaki kuwa pale for the rest of her life, for the rest of his life. Atamea. And nobody knows about the future. Maybe the kid you're rejecting now because he's not from your line, he's not from your blood, he's not your biological. Maybe yeye ndio atakushika mkono in the future. But if you feel you can't raise a child that does not belong to you, say it from the word go. Mimi kusema ukweli Njoki, Sylvia, Purity, this and this, sitaweza take care of your child. So kama unakuja, either umpeleke kwa watu wao, ama umpeleke kwa mama yako, tutalea. Maybe nitasupport akiwa huko, ama wewe utamsupport akiwa huko, but sitaki kukaa naye hapa. I love you, yes, but I can't raise another person's child. Ndio huyu mwanamke akikuja kwako atakuja akijua mtoto wangu haitajiki huko, ama achoose mtoto wake over you. So let your intentions be known before you settle. Si vizuri kusettle with someone's child, ama a stepdaughter, a step son, then years later you start becoming a monster to this child's life. Amegrow kijua wewe ndio baba. Then all of a sudden unaanza kumwonyesha the monster in you. You make this child's world crumble. You don't know the kind of torment, mental torment, emotional torment you give to these children. They're innocent. They are very innocent. So let your intentions be known from the word go. Maybe kama babake atakuja baadaye, mimi sasa whatever I was doing itakuwa cut off. And it's good, I always say sometimes it's good for you to let these kids grow knowing that huyu si baba yangu. Maybe if the dad died or the dad happened, because shit happens. Maybe imagine a grow then and one na the step brother mwenye wametoka in the same body. No, they're sharing the same father. Malana zinaanza. No. So to me, I don't know your opinion. You can leave it on the comment section. But to me, I would prefer this boy, this girl, agro akijua, this is my stepmom, but she loves me as my mom. This is my stepdad, but he loves me as my own father. Let them grow knowing that. Let them grow knowing that. Because if the father is dead, tell. If the mom is dead, tell. I believe the kids deserves to know the truth. Once unaona amefika ile age ana understand, let them know. Let them know. It will prevent these things, this, vitu nyingi zenye nimekuwa nikisikia. It will prevent a lot of things that I've been hearing. In this case, stepfather to Patricia, he changed later. I believe by the time they were getting married, he knew Patricia's biological father was there. And he agreed to take care of this little girl. But then, the family members, that's why I've said, you as a mother, let the kids know. Because unaweza kunamficha, but then family members, watu ni watu, hatukuumbwa the same, we never created the same. Maybe umejaribu kuficha hii siri to protect your kids, but auntie, uncle somewhere will just ataropokwa tu. Unaana katabia za watu wa kwao. Anafapelekwa kwao. You see, now the kid will be, so this is not my kwetu. I have another kwetu. And then you tried to maybe to save for something, but unaona sasa imeleta. That's why you usually say, truth from the word go. Speak the truth from the word go. Let it be the way it will be. Instead of regretting later, I wish I did this. No, let them know. This is your, not unless there is maybe akizaliwa, akiwa kwa tumbo when you're carrying the pregnancy. And it becomes two, just the two of you. the husband and the wife. Nobody else should know. Because once you involve a third party, trust you me, in the near future, things will blow up. So if you're trying to cover, let it be mutual agreement. Isitoke mahali, acho mtoto hata wenye wako nje, even if ni mkubwa, utasemaje, tulikuwa tumepata, maybe we gave birth. I'm just trying to help, yeah. Maybe we gave birth, then he rejected me, maybe he was not ready. Now he's ready, he has come back to his senses. He has agreed to take my son and I back. So he's the biological father. Something like that, if you want to cover up. So if you want to cover up for this kid not to know, find a perfect solution between the two of you. Na isitoke nje. Ikuwe just between the two of you. That will be able to protect your daughter, protect your son in the best way possible. So that hata mwingine akitokea, and if umeamua uachane na the baby daddy, the baby mommy, inakuwa umeachana kabisa. Even in the future, no communication. Because this thing that you are hiding the kid, then later, unaenda tena unamwambia kuna familia ingine. It torments the kids. That's why unasikia, mtoto wangu alitoroka, nsaidia yangu. You don't know the kind of mental torture you give to these kids. Wakati amegrow akijua, this is my father, then unaanza tena kumwambia, you have another family. You see, let her know maybe when akiwa mdogo, agrowingi akijuanga. Kulenda hivi na hivi na tuliagree maybe ukifika 18 ndio utaona your father, ukifika 18 ndio utaona your mom. But this thing of hiding things then nakuja kulipuka baadaye, it doesn't end up well. So I've said what I felt like. So maybe you can add on your comment, on the comment section, and add your thoughts. What do you think? Because to me, I see it affects a lot of kids in the future. Growing up knowing this is your biological father, then growing up, then getting to know that he was not your biological father, and then, okay, that's why maybe he was treating me differently, that's why he hated me, that's why this and this. So from the word go, just be honest with your kids. It will help prevent a lot of things. And if you can hide the way you can hide it completely, that your members, your family members, your friends will not know, it will be between you and your spouse, the better. But try as much as possible to hide your daughter, to hide your son from this pain. It is really painful and it torments a lot. Another thing, don't ever make your daughter feel or your son feel that they cannot count on you. It is very bad. Don't allow your son, your daughter feel that he or she is rejected. That love that you give them as a parent helps them even in the future. Because there's nothing as good as someone knowing I can count on my mommy, I can count on my daddy. It's the best feeling ever. It gives these kids, that, not pride, but that dignity, that self-esteem, knowing that I can count on someone. My daddy will never kick me out. My mom will never kick me out. I'm not saying to an extreme. If it's a thief, if he or she is a thief, there is always a way you can discipline them. But the rejection, don't let your kids feel that they're rejected. Don't allow your kids go to, an extent of doing something, trying to find for love. Ameenda kutafuta love huko nje, because pali anafaa kuipata haipati. Where he or she is supposed to get it, haipati. So akienda kuitafuta huko nje, definitely malimwengu hatampatia the right kind of love. Itakuwa love heart, because it's not the correct one. This lady or this man will never be able to stand for himself or herself. Na by the time anajicollect apate mtu mwenye maybe anaweza mhold, it might be too late. Anaweza kuwa amefanya a lot of shits, that will take time. Yes, she'll be healed, but it will take time. So parents, I'm talking especially to mothers of daughters. Kama uko na wasichana, if you have daughters there, kindly listen to this. Make sure your daughter can count on you. Make your daughter your friend, such that she can tell you absolutely everything. Make her feel you can fight for her anytime. Make her feel that you are with her for anything, that she can come back and you embrace her. Shit happens, and anyone can mess. It doesn't mean that you are perfect, your daughter will be perfect like you. No. anything happens. Any shit can happen. I usually tell my clients, my people, shit happens. And when it happens, don't be quick to condemn. Don't be quick to judge. Don't be quick to question. No. Be quick to understanding. One, why did you do this? What happened? What did you lack? What were you looking for? Blah, blah, blah. All that. Be more understanding than being a judgmental person. Don't make your daughter feel that they can't open to you. They can't open up to you, sorry. Make them feel they can tell you absolutely everything. So, coming back to my daughter, Patricia. You are lovable, like I told you before. And I want you to know that you're in good hands. Hapa at Heart to Heart with Purity Amani, we don't judge. If you have been listening to us, our motto is always where you talk, where you take it away without feeling judged or questioned. So here there's a lot of love to give. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of empathy. There's a lot of understanding. So you are in the right place. I can tell you that. So from now onwards, consider Heart to Heart with Purity Amani your family. Anytime you feel anything, give us a call. If you have not received, maybe you are busy with someone else, leave a voice note, leave a message. We'll tend to you as soon as possible. We will work with you in this journey until you're fully recovered. It was never your fault. You're not a bad person. You're lovable. You're beautiful. You're courageous. You're everything nice in a lady. Like I said, shit happens. And we learn from our mistakes. You can't learn from someone else's mistake. You learn from your own mistake. And once you learn from your own mistake, you become a better person. You become a better version of you. So right now, you learned, you made your mistakes. And I'm happy that you have decided to open up. That was the best thing you did. You wanted to open up, but you were opening up to the wrong people. But right now, you have opened up to the right people. Because, people love opening up, but I always tell them, try to find the right people to open up to. You don't open up to everyone. Just try to look the right people to open up to. If you open up to one person, then you feel that they've used it against you, you get to know this is the wrong kind. This is the wrong kind of people. So I need to look for a better person. So right here, you are in the right place. Because I want to see your smile again. I want to see that best version of you, the inner you. Right now, this outer you is what you want to brush kabisa. Chukue maji tuoshe, tutoe hiyo paint kabisa. Tuoshe na sabuni, Dettol, Jik. Hii mosho moja inaitwaje, Ariel. Tusugue kabisa. Tutoe now that Patricia, the painful Patricia mwenye anajichukia, anajidharau, tuitoe, tuioshe, tuimwagie maji, tukiweza tumwagie acid, itoke. Sasa tubakishe the inner you. That happy baby you. Because once you started saying when you were younger, life was good. So that you see that small Patricia, alikuwa narukaruka hapa nini, that is the person I want to bring back to life. Because it's like she died somewhere. So lazima tutamfufua. Don't worry. All will be well. And don't hate yourself again. I want you to start by loving yourself. We'll work with we'll work for a lot of things. Tutafanyia vitu nyingi kazi. English saa zingine inaendanga venye nataka. Uzuri si yetu. So tutawakia a lot of things. First of all, self-forgiveness. Then self-love, self-acceptance, self-worth, dignity, self-esteem, all that. Paka pali mwanaume akwambia anakupenda, unamwambia sihitaji mapenzi sai. And to fully love yourself so that I don't need someone's love for me to feel whole. My love is enough for me. I can treat myself. I can make myself happy. I can take myself out. You see, I want you to reach to that point that you don't need a man for you to be happy. you can need him for multiplication, for that. Not agape love. Agape love, you can find it somewhere else. For that intimacy love, you'll need a man maybe for companionship when you grow old, also for multiplication. Hey, kujaza dunia. Okay, I'm happy at least you're smiling. You see? So, but hautahitaji ati mwanaume because you're lonely? No. Hautahitaji mwanaume because of financial stability? No. You're already mental stable, ukwe emotional stable. Then ukwe personally stable ni? Ukwe financially stable. You see, right then, utakuwa so needy to a man. I get, I'm clinging at that. I need this man. Without him, I'm lonely. Without him, I don't feel loved. No, I can love myself. I want you to buy that mirror. And every day tell yourself, Patricia, you're beautiful. Patricia, you are loved. I love you, this girl. I love your smile. I love your eyes. You're very sexy. You see, tell yourself all those goods, all those good things that you want to feel being told. Hizo vitu zote unataka kufeel unaambiwa, jiambie. So I want you to get that big mirror. And unaiongelesha ukiwa the way you were born. Make fun of yourself. Sometimes chukua unga, hata ka economy ni mbaya. Haitaisha na unga moja. Jipake unga, dance. And just make it. I want you to start reviving that baby Patricia. Cheza na hiyo unga. Jipake yote. Cheka, jichekele. Patricia kwa ujinga. Sisi nini unafanya? Umecheka. Unaona? Yeah. So just, I want you to start, I'll help you, to start reviving that baby Patricia. After that, self-forgiveness. Nataka kama sasa, mbona ulikuwa unajichukia wewe? Na wewe ni mrembo. Ulikuwa unajichukia nini? Ona venye uko sawa, Mbona ulikuwa unalao hizo ng'ombe zina mistreat hivyo? Lakini nimekusamehe. Ni venye tu uko na akili. Shit happens. Umesikia Patricia? Shit happens. You see? So I want you to start finding that baby Patricia. Agrow tena. Usiache akuwe teenager ama agrow afike 5 years, 6 years basi. Usiache afike 7 ako hapo 5 years kanaweza ongea. 6 at least kana eleweka. So from 6 kuteremka. Umeget?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm happy. I'm happy that umekuja. I'm happy that you have opened up. That is the best thing you could ever do to yourself. Speaking is a step to healing. And the more we will be speaking, the more you'll be healing. And you'll heal completely. Even if you don't forget, but you'll be healed. You'll be remembering, but not with pain. Be remembering with lesson. I learned a lesson. Yeah. Don't run away from pain. And I'm happy you have not run away from it. We walk through it. Yeah. So I'm happy. Thank you so much for even trusting us heart to heart with Purity Amani. Yeah. So, okay, before I finish, do you have anything else to say? How do you feel? Like anything, just anything?
I feel safe. I feel like I'm in the safe hands. I feel relieved for speaking out. All I can say is silence kills you. It really does. That's one thing I've learned, because if I spoke out earlier, if I reached out to the right people earlier, a lot could not have happened, but it's not the time to regret.
Yeah.
I believe I still have a second chance and everything will be fine.
Yeah, we all have a second chance. Yeah. I'm happy that you even said you don't hate your mom.
I don't.
I can tell you something. Your mom is not toxic. Your mom loves you. It's just that she has her own battles she's fighting.
Yeah.
And maybe one day we'll be able to help her.
Yeah.
Make her open up and help her get the help that she needs.
Yeah.
Because maybe she has her silent battles that she's fighting.
Yeah.
Of which maybe she thinks you're still young enough. You're very young to be told. Maybe you never know. Maybe it could be the reason she left your father.
Yeah.
It might not be poverty or maybe material things. Because if it was material, when you're stepfather wanted you to go back, she would have easily taken you back to your father.
Yeah.
So it might be something beyond. Maybe one day when you're strong enough, you'll be able to take her somewhere when you can pay for her, maybe a vacation or something. Then open up to her. And I'm sure she'll be able to open up to you because she'll see you're mature enough. For now, don't carry any grudges. Try just step by step. Don't rush. Step by step to forgive her. Step by step also, you'll be able to forgive your own biological father. I always say forgive, not that they deserve it, but you deserve your peace. Yeah. Slowly, you'll also be able to forgive your stepfather, your step siblings. You'll be able to forgive them. And you'll be seeing them just like other normal human beings, not looking at them and just like, it's okay. That was past. It was your fault, not my fault. You chose to hate me. You chose to mistreat me. You chose to set me aside. It wasn't my fault. I didn't tell you to chase me or to push me aside. That was all up to you, because always we all have a choice. Tunakuanga na choice. You know, naweza choose nikupende, naweza choose nikuchukie. Mimi hakunanga kitu. I don't believe in this that damu ilimkata, damu itakukataje. Mimi wewe mtu damu ilikataa kabisa kumpenda aje. Damu hata kazi ya damu ni kusafisha mwili, you know? Yeah. Kazi ya damu ni kusafisha mwili. So damu nakupenda na sijuangi pale ilitokea. So you choose, yes, you have a choice. You choose, I love this person, I hate this person. So he chose not to support you for his own maybe personal reasons. You never know, you know. Maybe one day you'll know and you'll get to understand why. So in everything, I want you to be a bit understanding. This happens maybe because of this. Don't always carry that pain. Try as much as possible to not feed the pain, because the more you feed the pain, the more you get hurt. Yeah. So your pain nakuja, nataka breakfast. Sijapika breakfast leo. Instead of it getting fat, it becomes thin. Na at the end of it, inapotea. That ikikuja kuna breakfast, kuna ka lunch, kuna dinner, anisonge tulale. It becomes fat. Yes, nikukumbuka. My stepfather alifanya hivi. My father alifanya hivi. Huyo boyfriend alifanya hivi. Huyo boyfriend mwingine akafanya hivi. Na huyo boyfriend mwingine akafanya hivi. Mama alifanya hivi. You're still adding. You're adding. You're feeding the pain. You're feeding the pain. Kinaanza kukalia. Na feel zingine akisipumui, nashindwa hata kupumua. Akisioni, nachukia nywele. Nachukia macho yangu. So because zimekukalia, the pain imekuoverwhelm, you can't say anything good about you. You'll even see like this, nachukianga hizi vidole zangu. Nachukia hizi miguu zangu. Nachukianga kaka kichwa kangu. Yani you'll be hating everything about you because you are feeding pain. Naleta depression inakujanga na vitu nyingi sana. But don't worry, in good hands. In good hands will help you fight all that. Yeah. I don't know if you have something else. Yeah. You're happy?
Very.
Okay. Our viewers, that was Patricia. You all have heard her story, and I hope it is a lesson to us. I've learned something, and I hope you too, you have learned something. Let us embrace our daughters to prevent them from going to the wrong hands, because a daughter loved the right way is never easily trapped. Have time with your daughters, play with your daughters, make friendship with your daughters. Let your daughters trust you and let them know they can count on you. Otherwise, as I always say, if you have a burning story, if you have a burning past that you want to take it away, Heart to Heart with Purity Amani is here for you. Because as I always say, Heart to Heart with Purity Amani is where you get to talk without feeling judged or questioned. And until next episode, allow me to say bye-bye for now.